What's going on, sports fans? Bill Murphy here from the Sports Insanity Network, and welcome to another exciting edition of Murphy's View and another Cincinnati Bengals recap. The Cincinnati Bengals got throttled this weekend by the Tennessee Titans. It was just, ugh, ugh, ugh. Do you guys really want to hear me talk about this garbage game? There's other things I could talk about. I saw a good movie this weekend. You want me to talk about that? It was really interesting. It was more entertaining. Hey, I had a good milkshake yesterday. That tasted really good. Would you guys rather hear me talk about that or the movie besides this game? It's much more entertaining than this game was. You guys want to hear me talk about this game, don't you? Okay, fine. That's what I'm here for. But if you want to hear me talk about something else, I'll be glad to do it. I will be very glad to do it. Okay, so the Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Tennessee Titans yesterday by a score of 27-3. The Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill got 18 completions out of 25 attempts, 240 yards, 9.6 average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and was sacked 3 times. And for rushing, the Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry, 22 carries, 122 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. He also got a passing touchdown in which he threw the ball to Josh Weil. And also Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, 5 receptions, 51 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah, Derrick Henry threw the ball to Josh Weil. He has more touchdown passes in this game than one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. Go figure, folks. Go figure. Now flip it over to the Bengals. The Joe Burrow threw 20 completions for 30 attempts, 165 yards, and was sacked 3 times. Joe Mixon, 14 carries, 67 yards, 4.8 average. Ja'Marr Chase, 7 receptions, 73 yards, 10.4 average, and no touchdowns. And 1 fumble from Joe Burrow. So this was an abysmal game for the Cincinnati Bengals. And on top of the loss, T. Higgins is injured with a rib injury, and they're saying he could be out for weeks. That is going to be a huge blow to the Cincinnati wide receiver core, along with Boyd and Chase. So that's going to be a huge blow. And we got to see what happens on that remark. And Joe Burrow, as we can see, is still not 100%. He is 4.8 yards per attempt, making it the worst mark by any player through 4 games since 1950. 28.9 completions of at least 10 yards downfield is what Joe Burrow threw yesterday. And he is on pace to be the worst mark by any quarterback since Jamarcus Russell. Burrow is also a sitting duck in the pocket. His 2.3 yards per scramble is the worst of any quarterback with multiple starts this year. So Joe gets this big contract, and look at him. Look at him. The guy is just not playing well. Maybe he's still not 100% from the calf injury. We talked about that last week. Maybe he's not 100%. I think the trainers really need to keep an eye on him and say, Joe, are you feeling okay? If you're not 100%, okay, but if this is really affecting you, maybe we really need to look at you. And maybe you need to miss a couple games. But he's just not playing that great right now. And, also frustration is lining up in the Cincinnati locker room Jamar Chase said in postgame, he said he's, quote, always effing open. So this sounds like a total dumpster fire at the moment. And I'm not just saying that because the Bengals color is orange. But thank you. I'll be here all week. But the offense is just sluggish. Burrow's not throwing the ball. And, well, he's throwing the ball, just not very well. And, we got a few first downs yesterday. There was some element of things, but he just looked. Something is up with this guy. I am telling you, something is up. And not just the offense and not just Burrow, the problem was the defense, in which which is supposed to be one of the league's better units, and it allowed 400 yards, which is the Titans' second most in the past 2 seasons. So, yeah, right now, I don't know what this team is going to look like down the stretch. I don't know if they're going to maybe sit Burrow and put in Jake Browning. I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if what they're going to do when it comes to the wide receiver with T. Higgins. I don't know what's going to go on with that. I don't know what's going to go on with this defense. Like, this team, again, that made the conference championship 2 years back to back, is now just struggling right now. And in the AFC North, they are currently in last place. You got the Ravens in first at 3-1, and the Steelers and Browns tied for second at 2-2, and then you got the Bengals at 1-3. So right now, this team is not getting off to a strong start. Whether it's Burrow, whether it's Higgins, I don't know. Well, hopefully they can get right next week. I'm calling next week a get-right game. This is a team you should beat. Next week, they are taking on the Arizona Cardinals. So you'll have a preview on that later in the week. If you like what you see here, and why wouldn't you, because its content's amazing, go to www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com. Check out our blogs and our vlogs. Check our podcast, available on all podcasting platforms. If you want to follow us on social media, follow us at Sports Insanity Real on X. Follow us on Facebook at The Sports Insanity Network. And follow us here on YouTube to get all our vlogs. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell. Thank you all for watching. I'm Bill Murphy from the Sports Insanity Network. Stay safe, take care, and hoo-day!